Hey folks, it's Dolan here again with another battle report, and I am on to game 4 from Nordicon. This is the first game on the Sunday. It's taken me a while to get through these because I've just started a new job and I'm away for the past few weeks and stuff. So hopefully I can get these sewn off and finished up today, and I can go on to a couple more games that I had recently, which were end times games, which are a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll pass it on to game 4. So first game on the Sunday morning, I was facing Brian Dolan and his Lizardmen. Same as usual. Battle line 2,000 points. So high elf setup, and I believe this is from the left-hand side. I think, isn't it? Yeah, left-hand side. So I think there are my Vanguard and Reavers there as well. So the Reavers on the left-hand side, Frost Phoenix there in the center. My main unit is up on the top on the hill. As you can see, I couldn't fit the two little lads at the back, so just left them on the bottom. And then I think I've Caradrian there on the right-hand side. Should spot right here. There he is. And two more units of Reavers then just vanguarded up a little further. And my general is there on the right hand side. Not a lot of thought went into this because one, I was really tired. And two, we really had to get started pretty quick because for some reason we didn't have a lot of time. I think we were just faffing around and talking. And we just lost track of time really. But anyway, crack on. So Lizardmen deployment. So what we have here is loads of skinks. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to be exact. 6 skink skirmishers. At the back there, he has, I think, skink cohorts or something like that. I'm not too familiar with these guys. In the skink stand on the right hand side, in the back, not in the back, in the middle, kind of, is Teto Echo, who is a level 2 lore master who has lots of spells. Then he also has 1, 2, I think he has 3 level 1s, and then at the back there, he has a Slan who's level 4 and it's BSB. So that's loads of fun for me because it's loads of magic and I have absolutely F all of it. So yeah, that's not great. But anywho, he also has this Dreadzorn, which he was delighted to tell me he had Vanguard and I think he has Poison. And I think he's 500 points and Terror and whatever the fuck else he has. Oh, he's Ethereal too, because so I couldn't fucking kill the guy. So quite obviously, I wasn't going to touch that with a barge pole. But he did Vanguard, which means that even if he gets the first turn, I can go up as far as I want because he can't charge me. So that's not too bad. So I rolled the roll off. That's grand. So up we go. I fire up the 2 units of Reavers, so we just chaff this guy up, and who cares where he goes, really. My Frost Sphinx, I just moved over a bit to the side. I just wanted to keep it out of the way of everything, and try to move it around somewhere as well. I probably should have put that on a different flank, really, and put the 3 flyers in the 1 flank. But anyway, it is what it is. And then my guys are there in the main unit. I just moved them up a little bit. So Karagian moves up a small bit. I think I moved my Reavers up a little bit. Maybe not. I think I left them over 12, so they have to come over and get me a little bit, then I can charge in. But I didn't want to move those Reavers too far, because I'm probably going to have to get them to fly over towards that Dreadsword and chaff him up for a while anyway. And I also flew my general over the right-hand side. I'm not too afraid of him. I know they've got poison, I know blah, 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 they've loads of stuff. But if he wants to turn around and shoot me, fine. We'll just charge in anyway. So short turn for me, no magic to do, no shooting really. So straight on to Lizardmen turn 1, and the Dread Soren does what I want. He charges both my Reavers and Lex to go after that one over there on the left hand side, and that's it for that slide. And over to the rest of the guys, and they move quite a lot. So we have a unit of skinks moving to the right hand side to take a few shots at my general. Tedo Echo wanders up to probably cast a few spells and to try and blow the crap out of the rest of my units. One of his units there, who was 5, I must have shot them with a couple of arrows or something like that. They fire themselves into the swampy weirdness, so they are now, I think they're stubborn and they ranks in that, isn't that right? They also have a little level 1 in there too. The other guys just move up a little bit, and the Slan moves up with his mates. I think he just wants to keep them in range for a leadership bubble and a BSB range. So the magic phase, and I think I got off quite lightly here. I let off the Wizard's Wild form on these guys because I didn't really care about it. I'm not too sure if anything else gets off, and I don't think anything else does. But this is after shooting, and Wizard's Wild form does help these guys put a couple of wounds on Ashari and 1 on Karagian, so he's only got 1 wound left, which is quite worrying. Over the other side then, my Flame Phoenix takes a wound. My general, I think, survived a couple of shots, and that's pretty much that. So high elf turn 2, and I declare a charge on Tedo Echo and his mates, who promptly flee, and who flee all the way through over there because they ran really, really fast, which is great. I went then to redirect into the nearest skink unit, but I failed my redirect test, so I just went straight on. It was very low as well. I was hoping to roll quite high and fly past them a little bit, but nothing really helped me out there, but that's pretty good. There was a couple of panic tests, and I was hoping that something would happen, but nothing did. Then my old friend Karadian flies into the guys over there, and he's looking well, just to get into combat and not have to deal with any more shooting because he's nearly dead. Oh, I moved my archers down there as well, just to get rid of that Soren guy, because I don't want him pissing about at my, well, not my main unit, but I mean, there is a BSB in there who I would like to keep alive. Then over on the left hand side, my Reavers managed to rally, so I put them right in front of the Dreadsworn. I'll let him eat them for a turn. The other Reavers on the right hand side, then they rallied, but I'm not too sure if I moved them or not. I was kind of planning on seeing where Mr. Dreadsworn goes, so he's going to have to eat those guys in the next turn or two anyway. And then my Frost Phoenix flies up. Now, I probably shouldn't have flown him up so quick. But I was dying to get into action really and see if I could do something. I probably just forgot about those skinks there on the top left hand side behind that build, or not the building, sorry, the hill. So he's probably just going to run around and have a few shots. So Lizardmen turn 2, well actually it's a bit of my close combat and Lizardmen turn 2 because my battery and my phone starting to die at this stage. And I didn't charge the night before, and I just had a plug socket beside me, just managed to use every now and again. But anyway, Ashtari and Karadian fly off through those lizard guys and into more lizard guys, so they won't be getting shot, which is good news. Then the little skink guys just wander up a little bit, just take a few shots at my unit. The main unit with the Slan just turns itself around the hill there because it's going to take. Actually, I don't know why he did that. He's going to take a couple of shots, probably a Phoenixes or one or the other, something like that. Tedo Echo and his unit managed to reform, so they're good to go. And then the other skink unit comes around and takes a few shots at my Frost Phoenix, who is now down to 2 wounds. Do they have 5 wounds? They do have 5 wounds, so he's only 3 wounds. But so I have to get him the hell out of there pretty soon. So high off turn 3, and I'm pretty sure now I'm missing an arrow here for those archers. I'm pretty sure they charged or attempted to charge the skinks there, and he ran away. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So then the right hand side, General tries to charge Slan in his unit, fails, only goes a couple of 2 or 3, something like that, not very far. Move the 2 Reaver units then in front of the Saurus Wire, just so nothing else happens to my guys. And then the Frost Phoenix charges Tedo Echo's unit there on the left hand side. There's another arrow for the Frost Phoenix again. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the last turn, Karadian managed to kill the rest of that skink unit. So I'm just flying him over here to get on the other side of this Tedo Echo guy so we can try and get in there and kill him as well. I didn't want to send him in on his own against the Slan and his unit. Just because there's so many attacks against him. He's only 1 wound. I prefer if he went in the back of another unit with somebody else, you know. And that's it for the photographs because my camera was dying again here. So it's on his Lizardman turn 3, and the Dreadsworn once again charges a unit of Reavers who won't be able to kill him, but we'll just do what we can. And his other unit of skinks just rolls down there to take a few shots at my unit as well. Over here, then he gets off, I think it says Harmonic Convergence. I'm trying to read it upside down. Or is it Ice Blizzard? Something like that, which means I won't be able to hit him very well, but that's fine for me. I'll see what I can do anyway. However, he did miscast that time, so that did take a wound off the Slan. I think it killed 1 or 2 of his guys as well. It was a small template, which with his size of his base being in the middle, I think it only hit a couple of guys and he got a few wounds. So at least the wound's gone. Then over here, the Dreadsworn manages to do 1 single wound to my cavalry. 1 or 2, I can't remember what it was, 1 or 2. So they flee. He elects not to charge them down, which I'm not sure if he was able to do that. I think he might be friends. I don't know, to be honest. I couldn't care less. So they flew off, and he decides to turn around and have a look at my archers, who are looking to get away from him because obviously we can't do anything against them. So high off turn 4, and of course I managed to chaff him up with some more of my lovely Reavers. Other Reavers then do not rally and run as far, well, pretty far. Then we have the archers who decide to charge into those skinks. I think I took a couple of shots, but I didn't take any wounds because we just don't want to be anywhere near that Dreadsworn. And then on to combat. Once again, as you can see, actually, you can see here, this is my high elf turn 4. And this is actually the last turn I was going to have because Ross came over and said, lads, we want to rack everybody up pretty quick. I know we can get a bit of lunch and stuff, but I would like to get the scores in fairly soon. So just end your turn. So I said, fine, we'll have this turn and Brian's turn, and then we're good to go. My general once again declared a charge on his general's unit here, which led to him failing and getting nowhere in combat once again. So my general did absolutely nothing in this game. Well, although I suppose he did cause Tedawako to run away, but that was of his own volition, and I suppose I didn't do too much. But onto the combats, and Karadian charges into Tedawako, and we get a couple of shots on him, and I'm pretty sure we kill him in this turn. And that was pretty much all else I could do. Yeah, there it is. So Tedewako's dead. Good, because he was a pain in the hole. And a couple of skinks. I think the Phoenix then kills a couple of skinks on his own, and that's the end of the unit. Actually, no, we didn't kill the skinks in his own. They charged over the board there and went off to get them. And for some reason, I decided to hold Karadian. I think this was before Ross had come over to say, lads, the turn is over. So I had been hoping that I get a turn 5 where I could fly into this guy, hopefully, and try and get a couple of wounds off. But obviously, that won't happen, as we were seeing him mow. And yeah, the elves with their ASF, which means that they get to reroll all the hits, which means they usually hit all the time. Killed all the guys, and my mage actually did a wound on his little priest as well, so that was good to go, and the unit's gone. And that's the end of the game, but it isn't really, because I didn't take a photograph of what happened at very last. So I finished my turn. I said, okay, Brian, it's your go. He said, well, I'm not going to charge because there's no point. I'll probably lose something, so I'm not going to do anything. So good game, and he put his hand out. But I couldn't shake it, mainly because what I seen was he had 2 units that could shoot who were looking at Karadian, and if they got 2 wounds, one in Atari, one in Karadian, and I failed to save, he was going to kill both and get a lot of points. So I pointed this out to Brian and said, look, you have to give it a go. You've got 2 units to shoot with. So he shot with the first unit, he killed Karadian. He shot with the second unit, got 1 wound through. I failed my save, and Atari died. So I went from being quite a big winner to being a decent winner. But what can you do? Yeah, 14-6. Karadian is 410 points, so it's quite a large swing. But I think it meant more to do the right thing, and because Brian was so nice, and because he gave me Panadol for my headache, and because he was so fun to play against as well, it was the right thing to do. So I'm glad he killed Karadian, got some points out of it, because he deserved to get a couple of points. I mean, he didn't have a lot of luck when it came to magic. I managed to dispel what I needed to, and he didn't manage to cast anything that he needed to. So 14-6, I finally get a win. Brian gets to kill my Karadian, so that's all good. That was an enjoyable game. It's unfortunately we didn't get to do all 6 turns, but we were slightly slow. But saying that, it didn't take away from the game and the fun we had, so that was the main thing. Now I'm going to get this uploaded, and hopefully I'll get to do game number 5 as well, because this whole tournament is lasting fucking far too long. I know it was long enough, like 2 days, but Jesus, it's going on for a while now. So hopefully I enjoyed the game, and thanks very much for watching, and see you again.